Triss could not help Geralt, yet she did direct him to Corrine Tilly, an Oniromancer and an expert at finding the lost and the missing. Guided by Corrine Tilly, the Witcher had a dream. In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion, were reunited. Geralt now knew that to find Ciri, he would first need to find his dear old friend.
Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Much the Battery, and today we're going to be continuing our challenge run of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. If you enjoy the content, please follow and subscribe, or consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are on YouTube. Without further ado, let's get back into it. But before we do that, I want to first apologize for last stream / last episode's quality. I tried to go back and refilm, but I was not able to do so because the autosaves, which you can see here, had been overridden already. So unfortunately I won't be able to well, basically just refilm that and make the quality better for you guys. However, I can give a brief explanation of what happened last episode. We went to speak to an Oniromancer, Corrine Tilly, after helping out Triss, and Corrine Tilly just basically told us that we need to go speak to Dandelion, an old friend of ours, because he had some connections to Ciri that we could investigate. So we went to the brothel that Dandelion had inherited, but he was not there. However, an old friend of ours, Zoltan, was, so we spoke to him, and he said that Dandelion had gone missing. So now we're going around speaking to all the women that Dandelion had spoken to last to see if they know anything about him. We spoke to 3 or 4 of them last episode at the very end, and right now we're speaking to 2 more. And that basically surmises everything. So, let's see about Baratra.
What do you want?
Want to see Rosa Baratra?
Oh, mate, if you only knew what I want. Miss Rosa don't see just anybody.
I'm Geralt of Rivia, a witcher.
Soon as Miss Rosa turns into a striker, I'm sure her papa will send for you. But she's not showing any symptoms yet, so I venture you're not needed. On your way now.
Well, not too friendly, but at the end of the day they are just doing their jobs. The first time I did this quest I was kind of confused as to where I need to go, but I did eventually figure it out, and there's 2 ways to get in here. The first way is by climbing over here. If I remember correctly. It would be rather embarrassing if I didn't. So we want to go along the edges outside. Gonna have to make this jump. And oh yeah, another jump. Really gotta get my ass killed. As you can see, this another very rainy day in Novigrad. Just like always though, nothing too different. The other way we could have gotten in is right there, and that leads kind of further down into the city. Love
Interesting.
Oh boy. My darling Rosa, from the first moment I set eyes upon you that fateful evening at the Vegelbuds, my heart is only beating for you. I can't eat or sleep. My master threatens to terminate my apprenticeship. And I don't even know if you remember me. Albert Vegelbury introduced us near the roasted capon table. I happened to be eating one when I saw you. It stuck in my throat and I started to choke. And you laughed. Oh, how sweetly, how brightly you laughed. That marvelous sound still fills my ears to this day, and I live in hope that I will be given a chance to hear it once more. I beg you to meet with me, even if just a moment, just for a second. I will wait by the well in Gildorf every day at dusk. If you care for the life of a poor lad fallen hopelessly in love with you, take pity and come. Do not torture me with eternal waiting. Your truly devoted admirer, Gilbert Bullet. This guy's obviously dead, but I'm not sure if we ever find out how he actually died. Whether the guards killed him. Oh, well. Guess we could see some blood there. Around his head. I mean, certainly, but not really sure what happened there. I'm thinking I kind of want to go in here real quick though, because I think there might be some loot. I'm gonna save real quick, because there is a fight. I remember that much. I'm not sure how hard it will be. Presumably not too bad.
Now in his eye. Just wonderful.
This guy's kind of a tough motherfucker. Alright, let's get some potions running and I think that should be fine. And actually, I think we have better necrophage oil now too. Yes we do. So this should increase our damage by 25% against them, yeah. Look at that, in the 300s now. Ground is behind us. That's a nasty trick. They only spawn like halfway through the fight. Oof, I'm really stuck. Give me a sec. Oh, these guys are both almost dead. I felt like that guy almost pushed right there, which is kind of weird. Alright, good. I guess we can get that from this far away. Interesting. Oftentimes you can just see those like on the mini-map there. Gave us a diagram for a weapon and superior elemental oil. Nice. 5 wolf liver. It's nothing too interesting by the looks of things. Can I even like read that? No. Oh, I remember there being a lot more loot, but I guess I'm just tripping. And I'm pretty sure if we go this way, it's
How you like that
leads
silver?
down, yeah. I don't think there's much else down there. Leave me alone. Sorry about these camera angles, not much I could do about that. Alright, well I guess I can show you guys this where it comes out. So I don't think there's much else down here. So, oh, okay, weird lighting change. I don't think we can go down here, yeah. Anyway, it ends right. Alright, I don't even know what's going on anymore. It comes out right here, basically, which is nearby where we were last episode. Yeah, we went here at the end of the last episode to visit one of the women we're meeting. And if you go from there, you can go straight into here and get behind Rosa of Aratra's home. I'm not really sure what's going on with the lighting in here, by the way. Very strange. Also, just so you know, there's nothing back here. Oh, here's a vial. A singular vial. But that's not too interesting, all things considered. Anyways, let's get our entry to this home now. See what we can find.
You fancy men like me? Whole town's going on about it. So no point playing hard.
Who are you? Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt of Rivia? The famed witcher of the ballads?
What are you doing here, vagrant? How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir. This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room. I shall join him shortly.
But my lady's a witcher. Said so himself back by the gates.
Captain, do you truly believe Rosa Varatra would train with random clods calling themselves swordmasters? No. The Varatras demand the very best. Thus, we've hired a witcher. Take him to the training room, now.
As you say, miss. I hope you realise what you've gotten yourself into.
Hope so too.
Miss Rose has got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword.
Yeah, I love Nilfgaardian. Oh, what's the word? Damn, I can't think of it. No.
Take care not to...
Decoration works fine, I guess. Nilfgaardian decorations. Ah. I think it's paraphernalia, if I'm not mistaken, is the correct word I'm looking for. Hey, before we... Oh, well, I guess we got pushed down, never mind.
You're my new instructor. Well, well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
That's a nice deep V. Jesus, we do like nothing to her. I just tried to throw up coin right there, by the way, just to see if we could.
Come on!
Get away.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
She's really shit talking, but like she's getting her ass whooped, so like I don't know what she's trying to say there, yo. It's not very intimidating. I don't know how that was how to counter. That's kind of annoying. So as all things go, as long as you take the fight slow, it's pretty easy to do.
Damn it!
And you only need to cap her health anyway.
Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Am I imagining things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes, yes. In the garden. So, what was it you said? Why are you here?
Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit. Can't seem to get rid of it. I'd hoped to find someone in Novigrad who could help me to do so. But don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice. Already admitted you're not here to give me lessons.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship?
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Alright.
Shit.
Wow, of course. Wow. This hit me for half my health because my controls don't work. Alright, I guess we just gotta play super careful then. There's no way we're losing this fight. I guess our health is recovering a little bit though, so it's not too big a deal.
Pathetic.
Yeah, call her out, Carol. Expose that left flank.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
I wonder if we can actually, like... Let me see real quick. Oh man, I was gonna see if we can open up our inventory and put some Hangman's Venom on, because that would be really funny. Wait, I guess she's just gonna stand there.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
I'm having a hard time getting through her dodges or her blocks right now. There we go.
Stop flaunting and fight! Drat it!
Alright, well, this is kind of awkward. Just kind of staring each other down more than anything else.
Why bother
Come on, come closer.
Maybe it's just because she was in that corner. I don't really know. God damn. This blocking's super annoying. Let me see if I can get a counter in at some point, I guess. There we go.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle? Damn it!
There we go. Nice.
If you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Sure.
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna Var-Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Hang on. So it was you in the garden.
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool? Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Can someone please explain what this is all about? Which of you met with Dandelion?
No need to get angry, instructor. I'll explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury's bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Changing subjects. Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna! What? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course. But who knows? The bard might have invented her just to make us jealous. Pitiful chorister. I'd say it worked. You've gone all red in the face just talking about it. Your face will be red when I scratch your eyes out.
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Not sure how I feel about the olive green armor, TBH. I look at it. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go talk to Molly, then we'll come back and do the fencing lessons, because they take us out of this building, out of Novigrad entirely, if I remember correctly. Oh, and there's the classic. Now that I think about it, Molly also takes us out of town, doesn't she? Oh, that's fine.
This Baronet's La Vallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Geralt of Rivia at my doorstep? Surely this is no chance encounter?
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Mary Louisa Lavalette. An Imperial General and a Witcher meet. And know each other. Surprising.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to, talk when the Emperor summoned me to Vizima.
Had you run afoul of Var Emrys? No. You'd be long dead if that were so. It seems then that you share some interests. But I shan't question you out of doors. Will you accept my invitation? Tell me what brings you here.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Perhaps Geralt could accompany us. He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you'd consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
Well, if Molly'll be there.
On our way then.
And so we're off to the races then. Now you guys probably recall that we did some races in Valen when we were there, just outside of Crow's Perch, and we're basically going to the place in Novigrad that does the same. And since we're there, I guess we can just do all the races too while we're at it. I think there's only 3, might be 4. But the same with Crow's Perch, you get some good rewards.
My father owned a similar estate in Bruges. As a young girl, I'd travel there often to ride.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
I guess so. Called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Kahir, the champion from Vol.
Gray's a nice color. For horses too.
My coin's on the black stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Know anything about the chestnut or the bay?
The chestnut is Thunderbolt, a pure-blood Retanian, gallant steed, but too headstrong for my taste, difficult to control. And the bay hails from Zerrikania. Lord de Volte acquired him recently. I know little about him, though Zerrikanians are reputed to have incredible stamina.
Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle, made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Well, that's certainly not an offer we can refuse.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
Before I do that, I do want to check the stream real quick just to make sure it's functioning properly. And so far it looks like it's doing alright, so I think we're good for now. As for the horse, I'm definitely a fan of the Zerrikanian, I think.
Heard tales of Zerrikanian horses. I'll ride the bay.
I'll not ride with you, but I shall bet on a steed. Nemrod will win, no matter the rider.
Cantarella for me, then. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
Looks like they don't have much faith in our skills, boys. Gonna have to prove them wrong, that's for sure.
Come on.
Let's see what you're made of.
Faster.
So presumably we can take the other horses that they bet on, you know? So I wonder if that changes what they do. For example, the one lady said she bets on Nemrod. If we chose to ride Nemrod, would she still choose it? I'm not really sure. Also, I thought this horse would have a lot more stamina. Kinda disappointed that it does not. You can kind of cut people off too, which is amusing. I think we're basically good now. It's not a particularly long run. I think the end is right up here somewhere. Yeah, right there. That easy win.
What a thrill! A beautiful victory!
Thanks.
For one for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Superior racing saddle.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Speak to her. And you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Lovely. Now that I'm looking around, we might not be able to do the other races at the moment. Alright, also does not look like we can just jump over that. That's disappointing.
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again!
Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Karen by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you about him. Know where he might be?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine? But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
I don't really know which one to say. Dandelion certainly doesn't have a sister. So do this one first.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why'd he need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
Oof, that hurts.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
Sure he does. Saw him myself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
These packages, any chance they were trunks, travel cases? And this girl, possibly a Truberitz?
Yes, yes. Now I remember. She's a travelling performer. Sailed in from Kavir. Talented family, innit?
Exceptionally. And very loving as well, I'm sure.
If you only knew. Dandelion even wrote a poem for her. To my dearest Calinetta. Or some such. Oh, to have a brother like that.
Ooh, it's so painful. She's so oblivious.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait. Before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
So typically the guy to do races stands like right here, but I guess he's unavailable since we're here General Morvan Voris and what's her name? Mary Louisa La Palette?
Ah, Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
If we say yeah, this brings us back, but I guess that's fine.
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go.
Ooh, I guess we're hitting a long load.
And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Alright, excellent. So, instead of consulting Zoltan, we are going to open up our quest and see where that mission is. And by that mission, I mean the one where we... fencing lessons. There we go. And I guess it's not technically tomorrow, so we're gonna meditate real quick. Pass the time that way. And since we're here, I don't think we have any more alchemy things we can do, but just out of curiosity. We can do enhanced Draconoid. Oh, we did get bison grass. I forgot about that. So we can get some beast oil once we get a bear hide. That's nice. The other things aren't too interesting. Also, I never knew you could just hit up and go to the bottom. That's kind of cool. Alternatively, we can make the enhanced grape shot. Can we do both? Definitely. Alright, cool. Alright, well, before I get more distracted, is it? I guess it's still not technically tomorrow. We'll wait a bit longer. Alright, maybe we have to wait like something like that. Is that good? There we go.
Granddad's sick.
Hey! Greetings! You here for a specific reason?
Got a meeting with Rosa. A fencing lesson.
Geralt of Rivia, yes? Miss Rosa stepped out for a walk. Near Temple Bridge, she said. She asked that you join her.
Guess it's gonna be an interesting lesson. Thanks.
Now, since we're here, I just recognize the building in the background. So I think this is the right building. I'm pretty sure it is. If we go in here, I believe it's her. This is one of the major Gwent players in the city, or the mission Big City Gwent players. I believe it is her, right? Yeah. So we're gonna do that real quick since we're
White
here.
Wolf, welcome to the Passiflora. Oh, no sign of recognition in your eyes.
Greetings,
Don't fret. I'm sure I look quite different from when we last saw each other.
which was...
Oh, eons ago. You and Master Dandelion appeared, 2 halflings in tow. What a smash they were, the little chaps. We recount that night to this day.
So the, staff hasn't changed since then?
Oh, of course it has. It does so incessantly in this business. Burly Berthy married a merchant. Ella struck out on her own. And you'll likely find Cerise praying at the temple. I alone remain. So, Shall I summon the girls? Just remember, this is a decent establishment. Pause to yourself to start with. And our girls are well-mannered. The range of subjects they discuss in detail, I myself find it daunting.
Right, so I assume that conversation they had right there refers to an event in one of the books. I'm just not familiar with it, unfortunately. Also, she might have cards, so I'm just gonna check that.
Something.
She does. Oh, she has the other catapult. Oh, that's beautiful. She also has some Scoia'tael cards, and I think not much else of interest as far as we're concerned. Also, this superior racing style is pretty good. 50. I think our current one's only like 35. We're gonna sell these two off real quick. Then we'll play some Gwent.
I'm curious. You play Gwent?
Certainly. Though for high stakes exclusively, of course.
Naturally.
In fact, the game would be exceedingly boring without the risk.
Let's play.
Up for a round?
Why, yes. Let's play.
So first thing first, add that catapult to the deck and remove probably one of our 5 guys. Probably Siegfried, right? Or Seeley. Let's get rid of Seeley. And the reason we're getting rid of... Oh man, I have to sneeze so bad. I do apologize if it happens, because I can just feel it coming. But the reason we're trying to reduce the number of archers and stuff is because Commander's Horn is... We also don't need this, now that I think about it. Commander's Horn is much more effective on a single, or it only increases a single row, right? So if all your cards are like melee, for example, then you'll always get that bonus for everyone there. Whereas if you have like a third of melee, or a third of your deck is melee, a third is ranged, and the third is siege, then this card wouldn't be nearly as effective. Anyway, let's start it up. What have we got? Oh, we start off with both catapults. That's so nasty. So let's change out the trebuchet. Change out the ballista. Damn. Alright, that's not too bad. We do... Well, we didn't get any spies, which is unfortunate. But it is a Novigrad deck, so very likely to get spy that way. And we did get both our medics, so can't complain there. So I think we'll start by playing this guy. So let's start with Morvan Divorce. Guess we can play Roach then. Let's go with Cirilla. So we go for another catapult or ballista then. So he's gonna pass. I guess we'll just do that to win the round. We're gonna be down 1 card, which is kind of unlucky, but it is a spy, so I cannot complain about that. Pretty surprised he hasn't played a spy theirself yet. So I know he's gotta have some, right? Right, I'm gonna play these two guys, and even if he has like a Scorch or whatever, since we have our medics, we'll be able to bring him back next round. And look at that, 32 points just off of 2 cards. So nasty. This person has Geralt of Rivia too. That's pretty good. Wow, this is really a Nilfgaard deck with 0 spies, not even a decoy? What is going on here? It's gonna be such an easier win than it should be. Alright, well that was typically the people in the quest that play Gwen are much more difficult to beat, but that was pretty easy.
I fail to understand how I lost that. Oh, I believe this card belongs to you now.
Know any other players willing to stake rare cards?
In Novigrad, Siggy Reuven's collection is famous. You really should challenge him.
I highly recommend.
Alright, excellent. Oh, we got more Voris off of that. Could've sworn we already had him, but I guess not. Oh, we also got Francesca in the bar. I think she's... Is that also a 10-point card? No, that's a leader card then, right? Guess it is. Double the strength of range units and biting frost. Alright, cool, cool. And more on Voris is this guy. Throw him into the deck. And we're getting pretty close to having a Nilfgaardian deck now. So that's pretty cool. If we do get that running, then I might play that for a little bit in Gwent, just to show you guys that off. You can also go down here. Not really sure where that leads to though. But before I get too distracted, we are doing the fencing lessons. Just need to find the quickest way to get there. It's way down there, huh? Looks like there's also some new posters up. And I guess the place we want to go is here. We can get the poster on the way and then we can just fast travel over there. And it doesn't look like it's too far out the way, fortunately. Also, let me put the decoction back up. Werewolf 1, so we can have infinite sprint. That's much better. And after this fencing mission, I think we'll probably continue on with the main quest.
You've seen the new waitresses.
See if there's anything interesting. Haunted house and cheating merchant. So this is in reference to last episode. I think it was during the part where the video was messed up, unfortunately. But we basically found a godling who was pretending to haunt a house, right? And the house has recently been bought by a merchant from another merchant, and he wasn't aware that it was haunted, I guess. So now he posted this calling the other merchant a cheat, which is pretty amusing. Oh. Maybe I'm just mistaken if that's a quest.
Fairness in your eyes.
We'll check it out in a moment then. So now that I'm looking at this, it doesn't really get us very far, does it? Just by fast traveling. Oh well. And we're off. So I think this part of the game is my favorite, honestly. I know a lot of people really like Skellige because it's beautiful and everything, but the thing I don't really like about Skellige is it's so hard to get around everywhere because there's so many mountains. Oh, this guy again.
You again? Want some more? Bruises on your ass heel already?
On God, I say! Victory will be mine this time. I've practiced with shield and sword. Many a headless scarecrow round here. Heed my warning and stand and fight!
Don't have time to give you another lesson.
'Tis I shall give thee the lesson.
As I said, you see what's going on in the background there, but like, super strange.
How long you gonna make me wait? Damn it.
The shield has the eternal fire on it, I think. Oh, this guy's so easy to die. Alright, this guy's so predictable.
Had enough?
Yes, but next time.
I bet, my guy.
Go back to Mate Bilberry and apologize for being an ass. Quick, before I change my mind and break your bones.
We shall meet again.
I bet.
Must I call the guard?
25 XP, easy. I did notice we're getting pretty close to level 13, by the way. It should be dope.
Nilfgaardian regiment always accompany you on your walks?
Always. Papa's orders. It's for your protection, Rosa dear. People here hate us. Why? What have I done to them? But enough about that. Soldier, you may leave.
But His Excellency Ambassador Var Atra said that...
And this excellency is telling you otherwise. Do you not recognize him? This is Geralt of Rivia, the best swordsman the North has ever seen. I'm safe with him. Now march off, quickly. Left, right, left, right. Finally. Let's go, Geralt. I've something I wish to show you.
You're using me. Don't like it one bit.
And I don't like lacy frills and Redanian novels, but you don't hear me complaining. Now follow me.
Alright, she ran off. There we go.
Here. You see, I thought that instead of training in a dank old cellar, we'd move around in the open air. A duel on a bridge, like in the novels. Now draw your sword.
Only got my steel and silver swords. We should be fighting with practice weapons.
We should, but you of all people ought to know. There's much more fun in doing things you shouldn't.
Well, she does have a good point.
If that's what the lady wishes. Just don't want to see anyone crying later.
I've a hanky for you, just in case. On guard!
Oh, she talks a lot of shit for someone who's lost twice to us now. I'm really getting her blood all over the place. This is such a bad idea if they didn't pass there or found out. I guess she hits pretty hard herself.
Ow! Ow! Stop! I yield!
You alright?
Yes. The only thing you've really hurt is my pride.
By the way, how'd you get interested in fencing?
I was bored. I've no friends here. Papa keeps me on a short lead. It's banquet after banquet after banquet. I detest banquets.
Boring conversations, terrible food, and weak booze.
Exactly. At least with a sword in hand, I can have some fun. You know, blow off steam.
Alright, what's next?
We should return. Just forgive me, Geralt. I know this might sound awkward, but would you mind turning around for a moment? My corset's shifted. It's pinching me terribly.
I can understand a woman wanting to look pretty, but fighting in a corset? It slows you. Rosa? Shit, she ran off. Anything happens to her, Var Atra will kill me. Need to find her.
Check Geralt with the old trickaroo.
Can't be far.
You say that, Geralt. You literally just took like 3 seconds and she's fucking gone.
All alone. Me and my friend. Far from home, aren't you, sweetie? And there's no telling if you'll ever get back.
She's Ambassador Var Atra's daughter. She's got diplomatic immunity.
I don't really understand the shite you're saying. Now it's clear you love your black ones.
It's no surprise, Lucas. Witches are drawn to monsters, just the way things are. But this beastie, we'll tend to her ourselves.
I believe you've offended the young lady. Now apologize, as nicely as you can.
Forgive me, milady. I am sorry.
Your turn. Be nice like your friend. Bow low, and go be a patriot somewhere else.
Lucas and Kobe. I shall remember those names. And when the Emperor takes Novigrad, I will find them and have them pay.
Easy. Didn't hurt you in the end.
They raised their hand against me. That's enough to have that hand lopped off.
Lesson's over. Remember what you've learned today. Looks like you'll be using that sword often.
It's beyond me, Geralt. I don't understand you. Why concern yourself with the fate of two drunkards? The world would be a better place without...
You should go home now. And take the shortest, not the scenic route.
I understand. Farewell, Geralt. And good luck on the path.
They wonder why people don't like the Nilfgaardians. Shaking my head. Fortunately, looks like we have ourselves a nice notice board here.
Wanted. Cradle, used but unworn. Need a bow to accompany me to a friend's wedding. Willing to trade a leaky pot for a cart? Who writes these notices? Need a witcher?
Any bloke willing to kill a monster, a witcher would do.
Monster? What kind?
Big, bad, ugly, squatch in the sewers. If you're interested, drop by the Garren estate. Ask for Olgierd von Everek. He's the one ordered this posted.
Ah, interesting. Okay. So I guess this is Olgierd von Everek. This is like a level 30 mission or something like that, but we'll get to it later on. Yeah, evil's soft first touches. And that starts up 2 missions related to the Hearts of Stone DLC. Before we choose a mission though, let's go talk to this guy, see if he has any...
Welcome to the Seven Cats, the luckiest tavern in town.
See if he's any Gwent cards to sell us.
Wine begets are lucky.
What's on the menu today?
He does. Beautiful. We got Scoia'tael. Scoia'tael. Imperial Brigand and a young emissary. And some Mandrake Cordial. Take that. And I think we can actually make a Nilfgaardian deck now.
How about a few rounds of cards?
We'll double check that.
Gwent specifically.
So what's it? The young emissary. That's the guy we really want. But do we have 2 young emissaries? No. There's another young emissary card. I think we might try this deck actually. We're gonna want some decoys though. Probably 1 Commander's Horn, maybe 1 Clearweather. And then we're going to change leaders. Torrential Rain, 3 random weapons. The rest of those leaders' abilities are pretty weak. I guess we'll keep this one. If we go over to the Northern Realms, do we get anything for him? I don't think we actually did. This deck even okay? I don't think we can actually win with this deck quite yet. And maybe, but I'd rather not risk it. Let's keep with this guy. For now. So we got our one spy. Trade out him, trade out her. Alright, both spies, excellent. Always play the strong one first. He's gonna decoy it, fair enough. Oh, we got both our catapults too, that's super nice. Oh, we have a really strong hand actually. That's super good. What to do, what to do. I think we'll play our Reavers. He's gonna go for his catapults. Hopefully he does not scorch that. He will not. Very good. I think we're going to win this first round. Or we're gonna try to at least. I think we're gonna keep the medic though, that way we can play this guy when he goes to our graveyard. I think if you just play our catapults, honestly. I mean, fuck it, right? It may have not been a good move, but we'll see. I think we'll play this guy and call it. Yeah, he's gonna have to pass. He just doesn't have enough to compete. Fortunately, he didn't have a scorch either. Now we get a decoy. I was about to say that's not too useful, but it's actually pretty damn good. So now we'll be able to get him back again. Oh, wow, that's really good. I'm just gonna see if he plays any spies first, though. That's why we're gonna keep the decoy, and he's definitely gonna play Dijkstra, so that's good. Hopefully we get Yennefer. Once we play the spy, that is. That way we can bring back both our catapults. And he has Thaler, too. Even better. Plays catapult, that's all fine and good. Alright, those are okay, but not what we're looking for really. That's pretty damn good. So play him first, just in case he has a Scorch, which I doubt. Alright, let's see how much we're gonna win by now. Super curious. It's gonna give us another 46 to 109. It's not bad. Awesome, so we get a bit of money, and what else? Vanhamar. Not familiar with that card. Oops. Definitely not there. It's a Scoia'tael. Wow, lots of Mahakam defenders now that I look at that. It's like 5. Didn't even know there was that many. I doubt it's a monster card, but maybe? No. Guess it's an Nilfgaardian then? Yeah, this guy. No, kind of a shitty card. Oh well. I'm just hearing all those cats hiss. So I think what we'll do is... well, first let's choose a quest. I guess we'll go consult Zoltan, see what he has to say. This should be fine. He's over there. I think we check this out first, and then we can just ride our horse the rest of the way, because it's not too far. And since it's gonna be a smuggler's cache, we're gonna get some good loot out of it. Let's check that out. When we eventually get to Novigrad, or not Novigrad, Trip and Skellige. He's literally all over the place. Just free loot sitting about. Kinda wild, honestly. There should be... I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that one. Can we approach? Ooh, while we're here, let's put on the new saddle before we forget. Yes, that increases stamina by 10. Awesome. And also looks better, I think. Good grief, can't even run straight. So I guess we're technically in city limits now, so we can't sprint on a horse anymore. And I'm going to the wrong door anyways, like an idiot. Nice. So I'm not actually sure if this is faster than just sprinting everywhere. It doesn't feel like it, but I could just be tripping. Or I could just be wasting a lot of time. Anyways, let's get the Sultan. There we go.
Miss your Zoltan, you old bird? Ah, you're back! You met Bobby? Sure to start talking any day now.
Zoltan, venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well? Mark my words, she'll be playing Gwent with us in no time. But we were to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Tell me what you've got first.
A few bruises and a torn doublet. Otherwise, no much a note. He wasn't staying with any of them. I've not seen hide nor hair of him in ages. All I learned was a few of Dandelion's pickup lines. Dubious worth.
Think I might have something better.
What are you waiting for? Let's have at it!
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently, named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberitz, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picks up Dandelion with a pair of tits and you've got the general idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works with a mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Great. To the Kingfisher we go then. Hopefully we can find some shops along the way so we can sell our stuff. Looks like one might be right here, frankly.
You've mistaken me for someone else. You're the only one here.
Alright, it's not.
Leave him alone.
And who might you be? Temple Guard undercover?
Call me an admirer of law and order.
Made a mistake coming to this town, then.
You're making the mistake. Leave him alone.
And if we don't?
That ass whooped.
This man's not worth your efforts. His shop's drowning in debt.
You're right. Even looks like a pauper.
I beg to differ.
Don't even know why I bothered the bugger. My apologies, and fare thee well.
I, gotta go brush my teeth.
I bet, my guy.
Go home, merchant, and try not to come round here anymore.
I will. I mean, I won't. I mean, both, yes. Thank you, sir.
Alright, well, I was hoping we would sell our things to him, but it does not look like that is to be the case. So we'll just keep on our trajectory then. I mean, this looks kind of markety. Oh, yeah, there's a guy here.
The best stock in all. No need to.
I bet.
Very good.
Let's see what he got.
Let me have a look.
Not much, frankly, but can't sell our stuff. JK, we cannot. He's too broke. Deeply disappointed.
Bye.
Can I climb this? Ooh, there we go. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much in the way of shops now. Well, at least between us and where we're going. And I guess we just have to wait till after sundown, so like here-ish. Seems about right. Technically it's not sundown, but close enough it seems.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
Yeah, you gotta love Zoltan. Such a funny guy.
These scars long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess, a winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone, amidst the cold to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning, your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee my dream come the morning, your scent berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
I know him! 'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer? There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Squabbles and rows again! And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
Permit me to introduce this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta, as lovely as she is talented. And this
is Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later. Not here. Come with me.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
sheepdip.
And I've not seen him since.
That's certainly Dandelion, always getting himself into trouble. But since we finally got a moment where they're not speaking anymore, the whole song she just sang there was in reference to Geralt and oh jeez, why is her name escaping me like this? Yennefer, Geralt and Yennefer's love for one another. Apparently she got it off of all of Dandelion's stories about the two.
Reuven, what's he like?
Tall, fat, dangerous as hell.
Limp in his gait. Left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime, yeah, I'd agree.
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his wedding to Passiflora once. And laid awake the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? You have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping someone. Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
This someone, Dandelion mentioned their name?
No. But if I know Dandelion, it's her name he failed to mention. As he failed to mention her slender waist and ample bosom.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Whoreson Jr.'s lair. Then Whoreson's men chased him all over town.
Whoreson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least he didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
That is true.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Wherever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax, I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Well,
oh, we can certainly do that.
Do here. Heading back to the Rosemary. Got Poppy to...
So this whole sequence right here is probably one of the best ones in the entire game, I have to say. Oh, look at that. Even level 13. See what we get off that. Oh, well, probably just an increase in protective coating by the looks of things, I guess. Are these maxed out already? 150. 10%, I think they are. Alright then. Well, protective coating it is, I suppose. That brings us up to 16 of the 20 we need to unlock this next tier. Very good. Well, that actually gives us a lot of XP too. Alright, so we're gonna go to this bathhouse right now. We're gonna do all of this real quick and see where that leads us.
Anybody there? Open up.
What's the fuss? The bathhouse is closed.
Need to talk to the owner. I know he's here.
I'm not sure that matters, as he's terribly busy.
Tell him Geralt of Rivia wants to talk to him.
I cannot promise Mr. Reuven will have time to see you.
Wanna bet?
Very well, I shall try. Please wait.
Jesus Christ, that laugh.
Siggy Reuven cordially invites you to join him. I'm happy.
Strange name as far as they go, but certainly not the strangest.
The meeting is in the baths. We will pass through the dressing room so you can leave your clothes.
Let's go.
So it really bothers me that the guy has a super fat neck, but the rest of him's like
Your equipment will be safe.
just normal.
Splendid. Siggy Reuven awaits in the next room.
I love being naked. Oh, I love seeing everyone else.
You were right. He doesn't blush. And Junior cut his hand, then ordered them to shove it up the corpse's arse.
Just gotta hope none of this gets flagged on YouTube and whatnot, right?
is he, Cleaver?
Orson Jr.'s a dead man. I'll have my scribe send you a notice.
You don't have a scribe. And we'll eliminate Junior when, and only when, all of us say aye. Reuven, your guest.
Why the fuck you let him in here? Because I want to talk to him. This is Geralt of Rivia.
Good to see you again.
As always, I'm out of the swiving loop. Who the fuck are you?
I'm a witcher.
Problems with your plumbing?
Nah, it's under control. Geralt's a friend from the old days. Although...
Got intruders. Someone just snuck inside the bathhouse. Several men.
What the fuck's he on about? Ploughing fortune teller?
Assassins! Please, no! Ah!
Jeez.
Bloody hell. I fucking knew it.
Any weapons tucked away?
Just a few.
See, you got a big ass axe. Y'all see that?
First ever party with my prick hanging out. Ah!
Take care of these clowns real quick. There's someone that's hit me hard as fuck. I do not like that. Yikes. And all our potions aren't here either. No healing. Grief, that actually hurts. Oh, like we actually can't heal. That really sucks.
Good work, gents.
Terribly sorry for that incident. My security failed. I'll get to the bottom of who, why, and how.
They were whoreson scum. That's the bottom of who and how right there.
Don't start that again. Especially not in front of our guest.
Who pranced in right before they attacked. Coincidence? Why do I doubt it?
Let's give him a chance to explain.
Not gonna introduce me to your friends?
Good thing Happen's not here. He tanned the hide on my arse for being so rude. Francis Bedlam you know, but then who's not heard of this patron of the fine arts and supporter of entrepreneurs of limited initial means? And the dwarf's Carlo Veres, known also as Cleaver. Carlo's in entertainment, mostly.
I'm looking for Whoreson Jr.
Interesting. What do you want with him?
Junior's gonna help me find someone.
Whoreson's not helped a soul in all his miserable life.
I'll ask him nicely.
See, Cleaver? Perhaps if you'd not called Junior an uncle fucker and asked him nicely, he'd have showed up today.
Gentlemen, you out of your fucking minds? A chat session? Whoreson's out to get us, and he'll succeed, eventually. We've got to kill him first. So by all means, you sit here, soak, fart, and watch the bubbles rise, while I send my boys to Whoreson's hidey holes. They'll make some noise, flush the bugger out. And you, geriatric, or whatever your ploughing name is, wanna find Whoreson? Find me first.
Any clue on Junior's whereabouts? Be grateful for any lead.
Siggy? It's worth a try. Geralt's got a knack for finding people. And he's discreet, a value in itself.
Leave you to it then.
I'll look in on you tomorrow, Francis. Finish our talk.
So how about we get dressed?
Sure. Then we'll talk. in private. Right mess that was. Never thought I'd be glad to see the man responsible for my taking frequent baths.
If you're any cleaner for it, gotta say it was worth breaking your ankle.
It healed poorly. Can you believe it? I must soak it in hot water at least 6 times a day now. Failing that, it bloody pounds like the bells of Beauclair at dawn.
Sorry to hear that.
You're sorry? Well, consider it resolved then. Now, mind showing some added compassion could mean a miraculous recovery to me.
Listen, Reuven. No, Dijkstra. Just not in the mood for your code names, passwords, and other bullshit. I'm here on specific business. If you want to listen, listen. If not, I'd rather you spared me your wit and threw me out now.
What's the harm? Talk.
Think Cleaver will find Whoreson?
He might not. But he'll burn down half the city trying. What waste? Leave him to it, I say. Work alone.
Any ideas?
Junior's got areas of the city where he's strong. Penetrate them, look around. But be discreet. None of this speed and fury and swinging your steel cock about.
Your partner's aware of your past? They know you're Sigismund Dijkstra, former head of Redanian intelligence?
Cleaver, Bedlam and Junior. Well, I'd call them my partners if we'd built a mill to grind flour for the folk of nearby hamlets. But we just need to stay out of each other's ways. Agree from time to time. That doesn't make us partners. Do they know who I am? Was. Bedlam, sure. The others most likely suspect. But we just don't talk about it. No need to.
Pretty clear you and Bedlam don't want a war with Junior. Why?
Let me tell you what I told King Vizimir time and time again. War doesn't solve any problems. It breeds trouble. Trouble you then have to solve by other means. Make no mistake, someone's behind Whoreson's actions. I'll not end him until I know who.
Makes sense to ask around, I guess. Junior might be in hiding, but he's got to be collecting income. Couldn't afford to cut himself off.
Gambling. That's his big earner. Junior controls the largest casino in town. I'll never forget. Hierarch Hemmelfart raised all kinds of hallowed hell there once. Bugger bet and lost his ruby ring. Then there's the arena in the city's bowels. Betting scheme generates near as much as the casino. They're always looking for hired muscle there. Suppose you could always search Whoreson's house, though I doubt you'll find him there. Maybe some clue, though.
Where's Junior's casino?
Near the Temple Watch Towers. Whoreson's got naught to do with the casino officially, so careful what you say. Try not to arouse any suspicions.
Arena sounds promising. Where's that?
Sewers beneath Gildorf, but you'll have to enter through the pits, endure the stench of poverty on the way. Now, Junior loves a good fight. Wager he'd give a lot to see a real Witcher in action.
Mentioned Whoreson's got a house. Where is it?
Solid townhouse on Temple Isle, just on the other side of the bridge. Wouldn't wager me knickers on finding him there. Junior's not that stupid.
See if I can't find Whoreson at the casino or the arena. Might talk to Cleaver as well, though.
Do what you will. Just be cautious. Whoreson's expecting payback, I've no doubt.
Thanks for your help, Dijkstra.
Just go, Witcher. And if you can't find the slimy bastard, come and see me. I know him well. Might figure something out.
From Master Spy to Master Criminal. Interesting progression.
Why? Truth be told, they're awfully similar. Both about maintaining a net of informers, being tough in negotiations, bribing officials, the occasional assassination. Same old shit.
Yeah, except you used to do that in the name of some ideal. And now,
Now I've decided I've slaved enough for ideals. It's time I worked for myself, and thus far, it's been going rather well.
You in contact with Radovid?
See, you're as witty as ever. No, I'm not in contact with him. I prefer it remained that way.
Never quite forgave you for conspiring with Philippa Eilhart?
Radovid doesn't forgive. Not anything. Not anyone. And especially not the sorceress of the Lodge.
Philippa Eilhart. Had any news?
Just good.
Meaning?
After Radovid popped her eyes out, she disappeared without a trace. If I've any luck, she's finally eating dirt.
Thought you two were close.
We were, until Philippa sent assassins after me.
Yikes.
Listen, Dandelion's missing. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Same thing that happens to anyone who steps on Junior's toes.
Meaning?
He's surrounded by splendid virgins who ply him with sparkling wine and pastries stuffed with nightingales' tongues. Come, Geralt, what do you think's happened to him? I reckon he's at the bottom of the Pontar, trussed up with the strings of his own mandolin.
Loot.
Far as I'm concerned, he might as well be rotting down there with a goddamn trombone.
You wouldn't happen to have a bone to pick with Dandelion, would you?
Of course I do.
You serious?
Dead serious. Dandelion published a sonnet recently. Second stanza, the shit uses paired couplets instead of an inserted rhyme. Surely you understand how deeply offended the poetry lover in me was. The bastard shan't get away with it.
I was being serious.
As am I when I say I have exactly no time to worry about your gigolo boyfriend. I've got my own problems. Problems you might be able to help me with. And if you did, why then I might be inclined to ask after Dandelion, establish what happened to him.
Maybe I can help. What do you need?
I'd rather show than tell. Picture's worth 1,000 words and all that tripe. Ah, and you do realise, if you say anything about what you see here to anyone, it'll mean a razor between your ribs.
Figured as much.
Excellent. One last request. Oh, let's call it what it is. A command. Don't draw your sword unless I ask you to. Be so kind as to follow me.
Alright guys, unfortunately I ran out of time for today, so I'm gonna have to end the stream/episode here. If you enjoyed the content, I would hope you consider leaving a like, following, or subscribing. I hope you all have a great day. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to talk to you guys next time. Peace out.